Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Good. Vanessa here. Are you ready to kick off this party? This closing bell, last call for passes, last call for alcohol party? Because tonight is the last night that you can get your pass for the Aligned Businesswoman Circle, vision boards and goal mapping with FemForce photography for everyone. Gets headshots and all the goodies that are available through the passes. So if you're ready to kick off this party, then get comfy, get your favorite drink, get some wine, get a martini, whatever it is that's going to make you comfortable because we're going to have some fun tonight. If you were in or if you attended my last party, if you will, the Biz Coach in a Box reveal party, then this is going to be just as fun or maybe even funner because I have some special guests. And I'm going to be very honest with you. I had to admit something. This is like a last minute thing that I decided to do. So it's going to be very, very casual. It's going to be not very structured. It's just going to be fun. So you might have some laughs. Maybe you maybe shed some tears. Who knows? But I know that you're going to have a great time because I have, again, some amazing guests that are coming on. And because this is like me having these guests come on, I feel like I'm Mr. Rogers or something. So I think I'm going to go ahead and have to change my jacket and get into something a little bit comfortable. You know how Mr. Rogers goes in and he gets through the door, he goes through the door, he gets all comfy, he changes his jacket. I won't hang mine on a hanger, but I'll put it right there. I'll get my little mom sweater on, get nice and comfy. Because before we dive into our special guests, I'm going to share a little story. So, once upon a time, there was Chicken Nugget Vanessa. It was circa 2009, and she had big dreams, big goals, and high motivation. A kind of like how Vanessa is now presently, 16 years later, but with less wrinkles and less body fat and a tighter ass. Okay. And probably no boobs then, too. So, this chicken nugget, Vanessa, would meet with her, one of her really great friends. And I hope she hops on soon. Her name is Rachel Ahmad or Rachel Biondo now. She got married since then. They both were single moms, really trying to make or just she was transitioning in her career. I remember that then. And I was transitioning too. So Rachel and I used to work kind of together in a way. I used to work for a home builder. I used to work for Coventry Homes in Magnolia Creek. If you heard of Coventry Homes or Magnolia Creek, just let me know in the comments. And she was one of my loan officers. So I think it was Cornerstone that she worked for. Well, in 2008, you know what happened then. The shit hit the fan, and we were having problems getting people to buy homes because we couldn't get them qualified. Fast forward, I end up going to work for MetLife, and she and I, hello, whoever's here, she and I would meet at one of my prospects who became a client. We would meet at her business. And she too was a single mom trying to make it, doing all the things, jungling all the things, right? And we created this thing, and I believe it was with her friend Michelle. I'm not quite sure who the third person was. It was so long ago. Sometimes I don't even remember what I ate, today. So we would meet, and we decided we're going to have this roundhouse, round table. I'm sorry, roundhouse, not like the karate chop, not roundhouse. We were going to have a round table, and this round table was going to be us masterminding together. And this was before like masterminding was like, as big as it is now and all the things, right? We were going to get together and support each other and refer business to each other and just really brainstorm on how we can best sell and market in our businesses. And it's interesting because I just remembered that memory. And she and I just talked a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, remember how we used to do that round table?" Well, 16 years later, here I am. That fire never died for me to support other women entrepreneurs. That fire never died in me to create a business that I enjoy showing up for. And now something major is happening next week, next Thursday. Yay! And that is the Aligned Businesswoman Circle. It is a vision board and goal mapping event that I'm doing with FemForce Photography, where we're delivering so many valuable nuggets in the form of workshops, but then also tangible things that you get to take home with and treasure for the rest of the year, including professional headshots that you're going to be able to use on social media, because who else doesn't love some brand new photos? I know I'm a photo whore. I'm like, who's doing photos? Because let me do some mini headshots. Let me do a mini photo shoot, because I know how important it is to show up, especially with social media being so big as it is and all that content going everywhere. You need to be able to stop the squirrel. Squirrel. Not the squirrel, the squirrel. So if you are attending, which I have a surprise for, those are my special guests, or some of the people that are attending that can make it to this call. I'm going to spotlight these amazing women so you can get to see who's attending and you get to learn a little bit about their business. And this is just a thank you from me to them for signing up early and just trusting in me that I'm going to deliver an amazing event. I'm so grateful for this because, again, that started 16 years ago at a little picnic table outside of my client's. It was like a My Fit Foods type of thing, or Balanced Foods now. It started out of that as just 3 women, and now with a lot of trial and error and imposter syndrome and releasing negative emotions and just really running myself through the ringer of, like, self-sabotaging behaviors and growing from them to, "Holy crap, I'm going to speak in front of these women like imperfectly, but with enthusiasm and excitement and pure love and passion in my heart." So that is why I wanted to open up with that story, because it still stands true to this day how passionate I am to help other women entrepreneurs and just connect with them. And so those are going to be some of my special guests tonight. All right, so we're going to bring in our first guest. Are you ready, Miss Anita? I see her waiting on deck. I hope she can hear me. Are you ready, ma'am? All right. So, and at any time right now, be sure that you grab your pass, because after midnight tonight, there will no more passes will be available. I have to turn in a head count tomorrow morning. And if you do happen to get your ticket tonight, DM me and I'll try to make sure to catch it, or I'll see if Amanda can catch it. And then I'll have her DM you the link to get onto StreamYard right now so you can showcase your business as well. All right, let's bring in the lovely Anita. Hey there, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you perfectly. You look beautiful.
Awesome. Thank you. I didn't bring my extra sweater. I didn't know we were changing it
You didn't
out.
do the,
Sorry.
the change. No worries at all.
That's
I'm probably going to
awesome.
take this off because I'm getting a little hot between all these lights. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for
I'm so
having
happy
me.
that you're going to be attending. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so people can see us. I'm so happy that you're going to be attending the circle next week, because I know that you're going to get so much value out of it. But also, it's going to calm my nerves to be able to have a beautiful face like you and someone that I know and I care about. So thank you for coming next week.
I'm
But
super excited. Thank you.
yes, I'm excited about that too. So remember to, be photo ready. But I wanted you to introduce your business. Tell us a little bit about yourself and, what you're looking forward to in 2024, because we want to make sure that people know that you're the go-to person in your industry.
Got it. Okay, so my name is Anita Guerrero. I am a full-time realtor. I've been a realtor for a little bit over 2 years, and I know you have people all over the place, so I'll specify we're in the Houston area, so that's where my primary focus is at. Um, I don't even know what else you asked.
So tell me, what are you excited for in 2024 when it comes to your business?
Okay, gotcha. So, over the last year, I transitioned out of the healthcare field into real estate full time. So, I've been in the healthcare field for over 16 years. That's what I've done. So, taking care of people, advocating, that's kind of my passion, helping people, helping to teach people and kind of guide them appropriately, right? So for 2024, I'm really excited about just expanding my business. getting more clients to work with me, to be able to help them and guide them to make the appropriate choices, especially first time home buyers. Like I have a passion for teaching and for helping people that are brand new at something, right? Because I want to be an advocate for them. I want them to make the right choices. And even if you decide to not go with me, I want you to have all the facts, right? Like I tell people all the time, like if you ever don't want to work with me, that's fine. But my job is to teach you and to guide you and to give you all the information out there to help you make the right decisions, to not feel pressured into making a decision just so I can make a quick buck, right? Like, I want you to be comfortable in the decisions that you're making. So for 2024, I'm just hoping to go out there and help a lot of people and, just go from there.
Yeah, one of my mentors, so her name is Vanessa Van Edwards, and I've been consuming a lot of her content right now because I want to make sure that when the event happens that I am not making all snooze, right? Making it really exciting and engaging. And one of the things that she wanted to do in 2023, I know this is a new year, but she was about being completely helpful and serving people. And I love that that is your goal. You want to be able
Mhm.
to connect and give the people the most valuable information because there's so much out there. And to discern information when it comes to one of your biggest um, investments, you definitely need someone that is knowledgeable and that you can trust. So I love that that's your mission to educate and just detach from like, hey, if you don't want to work with me, that's great, but I want to put my best foot forward. And so I love that.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Deb. So tell me, why did you decide to join us for the Aligned Businesswoman Circle? What intrigued you?
So, like I mentioned before, just kind of meeting you, I was drawn to your energy, for one. And then with what you have in store with the program, next week that I'm super excited for, I feel that just the whole process of having a clear mind, being in an environment with like-minded women, with you guiding us, clearing our mind, getting really focused on what our goals are for 2024, and then putting it in writing, putting it all out in front of us to help, make sure that we are finding those pieces and connecting those pieces that are going to really help move us into the new year and to reach the goals that we ultimately want to make. And I know I mentioned it before, just that whole mind clearing. I think it's going to be it's such an important part. This isn't just a let's meet and cut out pictures and put pictures on a board. Like it's really there's a purpose behind it, and there's more of a deeper energy. I feel that it's going to help to connect us to those purposes.
I totally agree. I'm excited about that too because as women, we do so much. We don't give ourselves that as much time to really slow down and get that clarity. I mean, how many times have we been, oh, I'm looking for something, like you're looking for your phone, and it's like right in your hand. We're rushing, we're serving other people, taking care of the kids, taking care of our family. And I really want this to be a time where we get to honor ourselves and be very productive in the plan that we're creating for 2024 in our business. So I'm glad that you recognize that. And I'm so honored to be able to guide you next week throughout the entire day. Of course, with the help of Chrissy Augustina, who's going to do a grounding meditation. I know that's going to be amazing. I cannot wait for everyone to meet Christy. I pick her up next Wednesday from the airport, and I just am so happy that I get to share her with so many people that I care about that are going to be at the event. So, well, thank you so much for being here, and I appreciate your time. And if someone wants to connect with you, maybe they're looking to list their home or they want to buy a home, how can they reach you? Yeah, what's the best way to connect with you?
So I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram. You can always call me, send me a text message. My number is 832-605-7638, or shoot me an email, Anita G at realtoranitag.com. Yeah, and just give me a call. I'm open to answer any questions, even if you're not working with me. Like I said, my mission is to help you, to put the information out there, and I'm willing to just, help to guide you to make those choices.
You so much. If you don't mind, after you hop off, if you can just put that information in the comments, so in case someone missed it, then they know how to connect with you.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, and can't wait to see you next week.
Okay, I'll see you later. Bye.
Alrighty, bye bye.
All right. Yay. I love Anita. She is so sweet. And I don't know. Again, like when she said, I love your energy and connecting with you, that's exactly how I felt when I first met her at a talk that I did for Texas Women in Business last February. Talked about human design and how to use it for sales and marketing. And she was just so kind and genuine. And her authenticity calmed me down and it made me realize that get out of my head. I'm here to serve a purpose, and that there are people out there that are going to show me kindness and grace and to keep on going. So, if that's the kind of energy you want to be around, of just people that are motivating you, encouraging you, just you feel empowered, then I encourage you to sign up tonight for the Aligned Businesswoman Circle, because you're going to be in the room with amazing women that truly support other women, that are masterminds in their own area, their own industry. So it's not just me teaching, facilitating something, but it is a own mastermind of our own. So we could be able to chit chat and brainstorm with everyone else. So I definitely hope that you sign up as soon as possible, because I don't want you to miss out. All right, so I have one more person up right now. I hope she's ready. She can turn her camera on. I can bring her on. And this lovely sweetheart is my sister Amanda. And she is here to show a little sneak peek of something that is special that we are putting into the swag bags. So before I bring her on, it is important for me to leave every participant, every attendee with an anchor that could be a visual. So, like, let me see if I can think of something. So my stones are over there. Something that it could be like, oh, it takes them back to that moment when they set those goals, when they were excited, whenever they were so confident in thought that their goal was inevitable. I want them to be able to have something to anchor onto that, to remind them whenever something comes up, whenever they're feeling discouraged, when something doesn't go their way. And so that is why we have some of the things that we're giving inside. Oh my gosh, I have something new that I'm adding to it too, but I'm not going to share that with everyone. That's going to be for the attendees. But Amanda, are you ready? All right, I'm going to bring her on. She's ready. All right, here we go.
Yep.
Hi,
Hi.
sister.
Hello.
Okay, so Amanda is behind the scenes. This is the behind the scenes that I told you that we were going to be doing here. Okay. So my sweet sister, Amanda, who is much younger than me. So I always think of her as my daughter. Sometimes I actually call her Allie or call her baby because she's much younger than I am. But she owns a business called Rochelle and Co. Right, sister?
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit? Can you hear me? I don't know. I'm sure Sarah can hear me mostly. Sarah,
Yeah,
can you
I can hear
ask
you.
her to share a little bit about some of the products that she sells with Rochelle and Co. before we dive in?
Me? Yeah.
Yes, you.
Um, right now, I'm focusing on making candles, and I'm looking up how to make soap for an event in February. But I'm mostly, well, I'm a huge nerd, so I make a lot of like fandom things, whether it be like Star Wars or Harry Potter or like K-pop.
K-pop. She loves K-pop. She actually is learning Korean, or she like she has her little Korean words that she says because she's like so obsessed with K-pop. Well, I just want to give a huge like round of applause for Amanda right now for one for showing up on this, because she's like, oh my gosh, she's not the extra person like I am. Like I can show up, you put me on a camera, I'm like, "Ah," but then I do like crash later. I'm a mix of an introvert, extrovert. So I just want to say thank you, Amanda, for being on here. And this is what Amanda's doing. This is why she's not looking at us, because she is busy making a very special gift that is going to be inside this swag bag. As you hop on, please let me know that you are chiming in, say hello. And also, really quickly, before I continue to explain what Amanda's doing, if you know an entrepreneur, it doesn't have to be a woman. If you know an entrepreneur that's like really motivated to make sure that they reach their goals in 2024, please invite them to the event, because I know that everyone that's going to be presenting there is going to be able to deliver the resources and the tools that they need so they can accomplish those goals. So going back to Amanda, right now she is making a very, very special candle which she has come up with some of the scents. I didn't tell her what kind of scents to put in there. I was like, you just do you. The only thing that I asked of her was if she could put a very special surprise at the bottom of the candles. And so, are you ready to show one of the surprises? I'm
Yeah.
going to go ahead and tell you what the surprise is. So, these we got an assortment of crystals and stones from the lovely Linda Marie Owens, who owns Enchanted Ivy. So, I purchased these from her so that these candles are going to be randomly given to people. So, they're going to be in your swag bag. You're not going to know what candle is going to be in there. You're not going to know the scent that's going to be in there. In fact, we don't even know. It's just going to be something that you get to reveal when you go home, you take it home and you burn the candle. And the reason why this is important, and I just really love the symbolism of this, is because I believe that the stone is going to choose you. So once you burn the candle and you reveal the stone, I want you to be able to, for this is for the attendees, I want you to be able to post it and show like this is the stone I got, because they all have different meanings. Some of them can be like amethyst, which is about self-love. There might be a couple of tiger's eyes about protection. There might be some about prosperity. There are just so many different ones in there. And so I do really feel like these crystals are going to choose their owners randomly, and it's going to be a theme or an anchor that they can carry on through the rest of the year. So that is just one of the little gifts that we're giving you. Amanda, really quickly, is there any names of the scents that you can tell us, or the fragrances that you're putting in there?
Yeah. So the ones I'm making right now are a lemon lavender,
Ooh.
and then I have a mineral water and fresh sheets, a matcha lemonade and honey,
Ooh.
and a pineapple sunrise and coconut milk.
Awesome. Okay, so Amanda, someone said love fandom stuff, all caps. And the reason why I'm telling you that is because before we went online, she's like, I told her, share about your business. She's like, but sister, I sell fandom stuff. Who's gonna like that? I was like, you never know. You never know. I have one of my good friends. She might be on here. She loves K-pop, and it probably looks like me. She doesn't look like someone, I guess, that would like K-pop. So you just never know. So, all right. Thank you so much. I cannot wait to smell the candles. Please save me a lavender lemon, because I think that right there is going to be my favorite.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, sister. Love you. Thank you, Sarah, for holding the camera.
Welcome.
Love you, sister.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. I just love that. I'm so honored that I have a crafty sister who is able to make those candles. And she's actually, so the journals, Star Wars and anime. Who is that saying that? Please tell me your name. I can't see the name. It's just his Facebook user when I'm streaming on through StreamYard. So just a quick little tidbit here. I'm streaming on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different places right now. So multiple Facebook groups, my YouTube channel, as well as my personal profile, and then some business pages. So, Karina, I hope you're going to be hopping on soon. So Karina, and I'm hoping Misty's going to hop on. They're going to be a part of the event. I know that I have a couple other ladies. I think Katie from 360, it might be on. I know that a couple of them couldn't be on. So yes, so Misty, if you can check the group chat, there's a StreamYard link there. You can go in and it'll put you on the StreamYard right here, the face to camera, and we can talk about your business and all the things. So if you can, that'd be great. Same thing with you, Karina. I sent you guys the StreamYard link where you can just join me live, like Anita is joining me live right now. Yay, she's on her way. So I'm just excited about this. Going back to Amanda. So I had asked, I guess, about 2-3 weeks ago, what your favorite journal was. So Joanne and Joanne is actually the sweetheart that's curating this event. I can't even say enough about her, because she's been my rock this entire time when I want to cry, when I'm just like, no, forget it. Like, she's been there supporting me and just really getting my back. When she and I were talking a few weeks ago about the journals and the things we're putting in the swag bag, she had sent me some options. Well, I put those options on Facebook and I wanted people to vote. Well, some things worked out. Some of them were they just weren't like, oh yeah. They were like, okay. And I don't want this event to be okay. I want this to be like, oh my God. Kind of like whenever Monica was doing that on Friends, where she was trying to show Chandler how you really have a woman orgasm, which is like, two, three, two, three, two, two, three, two, seven, seven, seven. That's how I want it to be. I want this event to be like 777. Like, I'm so glad that I went there. I'm so pumped up. I met my new biz bestie. I have a plan in place. I got fresh new photos. So, with that being said, I just wasn't that happy with some of those things. And so, what Amanda's doing is she is commemorating, is that the word? The Yay, Misty's on. The journal that we're going to be giving away. It is a plain journal, yes. But then we are putting on we're branding it so that you have the tagline for the event and then you have the date so that this is like your token. This is like your line in the sand or whatever you want to call it. We're like, this is when the moment where everything changed. This is the moment where I said yes to my dreams. This is the moment where I said yes to me, right? And then it's going to have all of your ideas, everything that we do in the workshop, and then everything that you continue to put in that journal. So I'm really excited that I have my sister who is so crafty that can be able to do those things. All right, Misty, are you ready to hop on and say hello and share about your business? Misty has a couple of businesses, and I'm really excited that Misty's on because she's going to be the MC for this event. I told her, Misty, I get really excited and enthusiastic, and I need you to keep me. Oh, and Karina's hopping on too. I need you to keep me on flow. And I need your energy and I need your kindness and your sweetness so that it calms me. Like she's like the mama bear, the mama bear is like that's only a couple years older than me. But all right, Misty, let's hop on. Hey there.
Hi, I'm sorry I look a wreck. I've been working from home all day.
No, you're good. You're such a cutie patootie. How are you?
I'm wonderful, and you've been making me sit over here and blush, saying all the sweet things. So I feel like I'm getting a little rosy in the cheeks. But anyway,
Oh,
so good to see you.
good to see you. We've been talking today, but we haven't seen each other. So it's nice to see your beautiful face. I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, absolutely. So very excited about this coming event, and I know that everyone that walks away is going to walk away feeling so very empowered and ready to conquer their year and meet all the goals that they want to meet. And it's just I have no doubt that it's going to be everything that everyone needs to just start off strong.
Yes, I'm excited about it because I have a very unique way to do vision boards where we're going to activate all of our senses. It's going to be very interactive, and I'm so excited about that. But before we get into some of the things that you're bringing to the event, because you're going to be the MC, tell us a little bit about your business. You have two businesses, and what you're looking forward to in 2024 as it pertains to your business.
I have two, yeah. So I have two businesses. One of the businesses that I have is a little sign company. It's like the greeting yard sign company. It's called Love Letters Yard Signs, and it is like Happy Birthday, Vanessa,
Right.
or graduation signs. It could be for graduation or congratulations for a new baby, that type of thing. So super fun, great way to surprise your loved one and just make it extra special. And then I also I've been in real estate now for 7 years. That's my main big baby, and I love what I do. I'm passionate about it. I will say it's nothing like I thought it was going to be. Everybody that goes into real estate is thinking HGTV. It's glamorous. It's going to be so glamorous, but it's definitely fun, and it will always give you a run for your money. And every day is very different. But anyway, so I've been doing that for 7 years now. I specialize with a number of different aspects of residential real estate, ranging from first-time home buyers and preparing them to luxury buyers and even buyers that are looking for vacation properties or secondary income properties. And of course, then I am a master with sellers as well. So, and it's a great time to buy because interest rates are going down. So,
That's awesome.
yeah,
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Well, awesome. I didn't realize that you have been a realtor for that long. That's awesome.
it goes by fast.
Good.
I mean,
Mhm.
time goes by fast, right? So,
For
anyway,
sure.
yeah.
And you
So,
you had that experience of like seeing like the different trends and I bet you can almost like predict what's going to happen before, in the industry. That's very helpful as well.
yeah, it's definitely gotten to the point now where I'm seeing you get in the business long enough to where you can kind of determine what's going to happen next to some degree. I mean, of course, we can't. No one can really for sure say, oh, interest rates are going to go down to 3 or 4% next year.
Yeah.
But the great thing is I've been in the business long enough now that I know how to work through challenging and shifting markets, and I think that's one of the best benefits to my clients.
I agree. I totally agree. Because there's sometimes like things that I know that our neighbor, they had something happen where there was something new that was happening where people, I don't know if this is new, but like where they were saying like the appraisal thing and their realtor didn't know about that. And so they ended up like having to pay more. Like what was that called? Do you remember whenever like they're like you had to accept the appraisal no matter what? And some realtors didn't know that. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Well, I mean,
There's a
see,
name. I'm not describing it correctly.
well, with FHA and VA, the home does have to appraise unless when you go in as a buyer, you're willing to waive that appraisal, and then in that case, then you have to have enough money setting aside that if it does not appraise, that you fork out the additional money in cash.
Yeah.
Again, on the seller side, though, one of the things that I will say that I'm pretty strong at is if we have a property and we've listed it a little kind of like it's the comps are supportive but it's a little on the high side. I'm really good at going ahead on the front end and fighting those appraisals before the appraiser even gets there, like communicating with the appraiser and showing him my comps and why I feel like it's justified for the price and all of that. So I have very little issues with my appraisals either, which has been that's every seller's dream.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
So,
that's what it was. They were selling their home and they didn't know about the waiver, the appraisal waiver, and so they ended up having to lower their price just to make it work. So, well, I'm so glad that you're going to be the MC for the event, because I just know that you bring such a beautiful, clean energy and loving energy to the room. So I'm honored that you're going to be introducing not only myself, but Chrissy, as well as Stacy, who is the CEO and founder of Fem4. So we'll make sure that we equip you with the quick bio. So we won't spring it on you later. But thank you so much for your time. And I really appreciate everything that you've done just to help me in my business and just being my friend. I really appreciate you.
aw, I love you, and what I can say about good, genuine, true friendships is you just hope and want the very best for your friends, right? So I see you shine right now, and I can't wait to experience this in a couple of days. I can't, just a few days away. Here it is, and so I
Yeah.
can't wait to experience that, and I can't wait to just be a part of something that's going to be really, really powerful.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for being
Of
here.
course. I'm excited.
All right. I'll see you a little bit later.
All right. Bye.
Bye. I am. I just. I'm so humbled and so honored that everyone that's going to be there, that they're just kind people. And I am not a public speaker. I get nervous. I say so a lot. I'm not the perfect presenter. And having these women in the room that I know are cheering me on just as much as I cheer them on in their business behind the scenes or, in our one-on-one conversations, it makes all of this so much easier and exciting for me to show up and deliver the best that I can. So with that being said, I have the lovely Karina. Are you ready to join us, Karina? I don't see your video on. So I'm going to give you a second to put your video on and there you go. Okay, I'm going to bring you on. So Karina,
Hey, how
welcome,
are you?
gorgeous. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, good. So Karina is our tech sponsor. She is the founder of Admin Office Solutions. And oh my gosh, I love how her brain works because she's like me. She wants things to be organized and flow well. So she brings so much expertise and knowledge when it comes to making your business run smooth. So Karina, thank you for being here. Can you tell us a little bit about your business in your own words and what you're excited about for your business in 2024?
Okay, so my business is kind of split in two. My first one is virtual administrative assistant services. So I'm trying to help small business owners, women business owners, entrepreneurs that need help but can't afford to hire somebody directly, but still need that back end office work. So we try to facilitate as much as we can we kind of try to work on their budget. It's hard when you're starting up, and I've been there doing it now. So I know where the business owners are struggling, so I can kind of go in there and say, look, I know sometimes they don't know what they want or what they need exactly, but if we just start one task at a time, it'll start going from there. And so I try to just make it easy for everybody, so that they can get the help they need when they need it. On the other end, as we start moving towards getting more things done, I do the work of creating processes and documents for the back end office, so that when they are ready to scale, when they are ready to hire, they have their paperwork, they have their training, they have their processes, they have something ready for just that person to come in, and the training to be a lot shorter than it could be if you didn't have anything or any processes or workflows in place.
Mhm. And I can already see how not only would that save your clients time, but money, because if they're onboarding new employees, and the second part, if they're onboarding new employees and they have a lot of high turnover, then maybe their employees aren't getting the information that they need, then that cost that they're spending. But if they're structured and they're organized and they have it where it's a shorter process, like you're saying, then they're going to keep their employees happy, and they're going to get their performance to be top notch because they're equipped with the information, the tools and resources they need. I love that you help people with that. And also, like, we don't often think about our mental space. We have everything in our heads, but it's not organized in our systems or on paper. And that right there, what you do is you create that mental space for them, like that clarity. And so they get to actually make more money because everything's not all over the place. What is your favorite thing to do in your business to help these business owners make sure that they're getting a return on their investment when it comes to the things that you offer?
I like them at the end of the day. I like them to have something tangible, right? Because, like you said, a lot of that stuff lives in our brains, and until we find ourselves needing the help or needing to finally hire somebody, and this is kind of where I found myself actually at the end of the year, last year, and in the first week of this year, I had processes and stuff in place, but I wasn't quite prepared with the written part of some of those processes because my need kind of shifted, right? I was working towards this, and then somebody came and said, well, no, Karina, look, we need this. So now I had to figure it out, right? So the first thing that I did was I said, I'm going to write myself my process for this project. And so that made it so much easier, because once I started to have to onboard myself, I already had something that I said, okay, here's my email for this. Here's the onboarding process for that. And yes, we're tweaking it as we go, but now I have something tangible. Now I have something that, hey, look, here's an email. I have this, 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 and this. All you got to do is fill it out. Here's the instructions. It makes things so much easier. That's what I love helping clients have. You know that when you come to that point where you need something or you need to hire that person, you're gonna have what you need. And I cannot tell you how much easier it's going to be. Yes, it's going to be a little bit of work at the front end when you're trying to create those processes, because it's not always easy what you think, what you do without having a process. And that's my favorite part, when somebody says, "Oh my God, now I have something," and it's like so easy. I could just go and click it and send it and I'm done.
Yeah, I mean, you're creating these assets for them. I can totally relate to that because every year that I go through in my business, it's so easy. Like I laugh. I'm like, oh my gosh, this can't get any easier because it's just simply a lot of my things is like copy and paste. Let me
Mhm.
repurpose this. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's just like,
Yes,
I was like, it can't be
that's the
any
perfect thing.
easier. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I love
It's
that. So,
copy and paste, and yes, there's gonna be clients or things that are going to shift here and there, like mine did at the beginning of the year. I had stuff, but they're like, okay, we need to shift. But I was able to go get something I already had and then just tweak it versus, starting all over from the beginning.
you have a higher jumping off point, and that's so valuable. I love that. What are you looking forward to in 2024 for your business?
I am looking forward to getting more clients, and networking more. Even if it doesn't turn into a client, I think that networking is very important, because maybe you don't need my services, but you know somebody that does, and it kind of just trickles on to, just getting to know people, and just like, for example, being in the TWIB network. I mean, that has been so valuable to me. I mean, I met you, you've helped me a ton. You are so awesome. You have, like everybody says, I mean, the best thing that we can describe from you is you have such a great energy that you just kind of invite everybody in, and everybody just feels comfortable with you. So, I mean, it's things like that that will help, just making friendships, making connections, and getting out there is the best thing. And I'm looking forward to doing a lot more of that this year.
Yeah, and I agree. Like I just that group has I've met so many beautiful women that are so kind. Like when I say beautiful, I mean like heart-centered, kind, and willing to help and refer business to each other. And so I do agree that the importance of what Anita's saying is building relationships and connecting and creating referral partners. And I see that that is going to be a very big opportunity at this event, because this event is not going to be a huge event. This is going to be a close-knit event where you're going to be able to probably know everyone's name by the end of it, because not only are we going to spend the day together, but we're going to have happy hour together. We're busting out with the appetizers and all the things, and we're going to, cheers to that productive and just a day of a fellowship. So I agree with that. And I'm so honored and very grateful that you're able to help us with this, and everything that you're contributing to the event. I really appreciate it.
Well, I'm very excited, and thank you for having me.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll see you later.
Bye.
All right. Okay, I'm not quite sure. I have 17 minutes where I allow the ladies, like, if you can hop on between 7 and 8, that'd be great. So we can spotlight your business. I know that some of them have littles, and so they're putting the babies to sleep. I just heard Oliver, come home right now. So I know that he's going to be going to bed pretty soon too. So, a funny story here. If my brother-in-law is watching, I want him to give me dibs for being up right now, because he always says that because Oliver goes to bed early. He's like, "You're an old lady that goes to bed early." Yes, I get tired around 7:30, and I like to wind down. So, David Rendon, if you are on, I just want you to be like, bow down, because I am still awake, mister. So, anyway, so a couple of those people, they're putting out their baby. So they're going to try to hop on, maybe, maybe not. But until then, until we wrap up the next, 10, 15 minutes, I'm hoping that everyone that has tuned in, if you know anyone that is an entrepreneur that wants to participate in a vision board workshop, is really excited for the new year, and maybe they've created goals in the past, but for some reason they just couldn't keep up the momentum throughout the year to achieve those goals, please invite them to this event. Let me go ahead and put the the website up. This is where they can get their pass. There's 3 different passes that are available. They're all very valuable. The very first pass is going to be the Zen Pass. And so that is I don't want to say basic level because there's nothing basic with anything that I do, but this is going to be the entry level. And what is included in that is the whole day, which includes the workshops, the meals, the swag bag, and the 2 to 3 headshots with FemForce. The reason why I say 2 to 3, because you might not like all of them, so they think they're going to put the best ones that they can. They're going to put it on a gallery. Oh, Gabby's here! Oh my God, I was just saying that she's putting down the babies. Okay, so I'll go through the passes and I'll bring her on real quick. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I need to tell you how I'm excited that she's here because we connected on Instagram. Okay, I'll tell that story in a little bit. Going back to the passes. Going back. I regress. Okay, so Zen passes. So you're going to get the 2 to 3 headshots with that one. Now, if you want more headshots and you want more hands-on support after the event, then I suggest that you do the Align Pass. The Align Pass is going to give you 5 to 10 headshots. It's going to give you everything in the Zen Pass, but it's also going to give you 5 to 10 headshots. And then it's also going to give you a group coaching call with me for everyone that did the Align Pass and the Ascend Pass, which is the 3rd level. And so you're going to have this plan. You're going to have this vision. And what ends up happening after we attend events like this, and I'm not planting a negative seed, it's just the truth of what happens. The logical mind comes in and starts, that's the voice. Remember, I don't know if you were in the Aligned Businesswoman Facebook group, or I talked about this a couple of days ago. It is that inner dialogue that happens. And if you extract that inner dialogue, that negative Nancy, or whatever you want to call her, who says, should you be doing that? Do you think that you can really do that? Who are you to want that much money? All that stuff, right? That creeps into our minds. Well, if you extract that and put it into a body, would you want to be able to, or would you want to spend time with that person? Probably not. But sometimes she creeps in. And for that reason is why we're having that follow-up group coaching call for those that do the Align Pass, because there is no room for that in your goal strategy, in your business strategy for 2024. Now, which brings me to the Ascend Pass. So the Ascend Pass is going to be the highest level, where you're going to get everything that I mentioned in the Zen and Align, but you're also going to get a VIP day with me. So this is a full day with me. If you're in the Houston area, we can do it in person. I love in-person stuff. And we're going to not only just take that plan that you have, but really solidify it and release anything that is in your mind. We're going to extinguish that inner voice. We're going to pull out those maybe uncertainties or that self-doubt so that it's there no more. And some of the modalities I like to use is EFT tapping, hypnosis, time techniques. So it really does change. You really do have that change at a subconscious cellular level. And also with the Ascend Pass, you get 3 months inside my accelerator. So you're going to have a lot of coaching with me after the event when you get the Ascend Pass. Now that right there is valued at, gosh, I think I remember it was like $4,000 worth of coaching and support for only $997. Plus you have the payment plan available to you. So you're like, I really want that. And I know like every single person that I've worked with, they either at a minimum have 2.5 times their income, some 500% their income. So 5 times their income. I mean, when you work with me, I know this is a big promise, but I can't think of someone that I've worked with that didn't take action, that wasn't coachable, that didn't get results. So I just know I have that confidence knowing that when we work together, when we co-create together, that you're going to get the results that you've been dreaming and hoping for. All right. So we have one more lovely lady on. Let's bring her on. Gabi, are you ready? Hey,
Hi.
cutie. How are you?
Hello. I'm super duper late, but better late than never, right?
No, you're actually perfect because I just got done speaking with Karina and then this did my little intro explanation of the passes. So you're just on time.
Awesome. Perfect.
Yes.
All right. So should I
I'm
just
so
what should I do? You tell me.
Yeah, let me tell you. Okay, well, let me just tell you a quick story. So, I messaged Gabi, right? Gabriela.
You can call me Gavi or Gavi, whichever. I'm used to Gavi with like my family because we're Mexican, but I
Yeah.
feel like in schools and stuff it's like Gavi because everyone butchers my name.
When I saw Gabriela, like I was like, oh, okay, Gabi. I was like, that's pretty cool. I love that name, by the way. You
Thank you.
change out the B for the V. I love it.
Yeah, and it's actually so my mom wanted to be like super different because so it's Graviela, like Graciela, but with a V, so it's Graviela.
Oh,
Yeah, she's
awesome.
like real different.
It's cute. It suits you. I love the Gabi part.
Thank
But
you.
so she follows FemForce photography. And so one of the things that I was telling Stacy, who's the founder, I was like, okay, well, let me message some of your people. She was doing some things. And she has her own content thing, so she's working the thing. And I just know that it's not in her content plan to really promote this event as much right now. She has already things in place. And here comes Vanessa, like, oh, let's do this. By the way, you know what I mean? Like kind of like the last minute thing. Anyway, reached out to her. So sweet. Connected with her. We have so many just connection points and so many parallels. Like she was from Corpus. I lived in Corpus for a long time. I don't know. She reminds me of my sister Amanda. She's so cute. I don't know. I just really love everything about her. And she has this really cool business that she's going to share with you right now. So, Gabi, tell us a little bit about your business and what you have coming up in 2024.
Absolutely. So I actually do tarot for boundaries. I know that a lot of people have like coaching business around boundaries and really like finding your voice to be able to kind of really enforce those boundaries. And I know that a lot of people, when they think boundaries, they think it's just like saying no to things, maybe that don't serve them. But I feel like it's more than that because before you can do that for other people or to other people, you have to have boundaries like within yourself. And that's going to allow you to make bigger moves. That's going to allow you to be able to say yes to the things that you really love or say no to those things that aren't serving you. And I think that it just allows you to really trust yourself. Like whenever you can keep your promises to yourself, like that really builds up your self-trust and your boundaries. Like to be able to have confidence to enforce those boundaries. And so I feel like a lot of people kind of get stuck on like, well, I don't really know like this part of myself or like what direction I should go in for enforcing this boundary with like so and so. And I feel like tarot is a really nice tool to use for whenever you're trying to get in touch with like your intuition or like your higher self. I know that a lot of people think like, oh, tarot is for telling fortunes and like telling the future, and that's just not the capacity that I use it in. I just use it more of as a self-reflection tool. I like to say that tarot is like a mirror and it reflects back on you, whatever your situation is right now. And, what potentially could be an outcome if you keep going in a direction that you're on right now, like in the path. However, like you can change your direction. So if the tarot tells you something bad, I feel like that's a really big fear that a lot of people have. It's like, oh no, I don't want to get a tarot reading because I'm going to have like this awful kind of outcome, or I don't know what's going to say in the cards, or I'm going to get the death card. Right? Like, oh my gosh, I'm going to die. Like, no. Like the death card is actually a really awesome card for me. It means like transformation, like you're leaving your old self behind and you're moving on to like a new path. And so I really love when the death card comes out for people because it's like this opportunity to grow, and evolve. And I feel like that's really important if you want to accomplish goals and things. Like you have to be able to break the mold there and be comfortable with being uncomfortable. And I feel like the tarot is very direct in the messages that it gives. Like, it kind of tells you what you already know, like as if you need like some reassurance, but it's not like necessarily a gentle kind of message like the oracle cards give sometimes. Like tarot just is like, here it is, very direct. And so that's what I love about it. And the way that I do it with boundaries is I like to ask about like kind of what in the past has made you hesitant to enforce the boundaries that you're having problems with or you're struggling with. How is that like in your current situation? And then how can you move past those fears? And so I do them as single readings, but something new that I'm going to do for 2024, actually, I just launched a free guide, and it's called Become a Boundary Boss. And it's got affirmations and scripts. So that way, when you're feeling a little discouraged, you can say the affirmations. And when you don't know what to say, because I feel like so often when people, you know, are facing the hard conversations, they're just like kind of, I guess, freeze because they don't have the words. And so I actually have two sets of scripts, I guess. One is the lengthy kind of no, like the soft no, like, oh, no, thank you. And the other one's just a more direct, like, no, like where you don't have to really explain yourself kind of thing. So I have like two methods of saying no for people, because I know that not everyone is comfortable with just saying no thanks.
Yeah.
So yeah, in that guide, you know, I walk you through that, and I walk you through why boundaries are the foundation of your well-being. Because if you can't hold your boundary, then you can't live a well-rounded, happy life. Like, it's just, you can't do it. And so for this year in 2024, I actually want to start, or I'm going to start doing quarterly readings. So that way you'll have one for each month. So January, February, March, and then I'll do it in quarter 2, quarter 3, and so on. So I'm really excited to launch that. And I have like a small snippet in the guide, just kind of as an introductory thing. I haven't really gone like super big with it or anything. So if you guys, you know, look me up, get the guide, you'll see what's going on. I actually lay out what the questions are for you. And it's just, I'm really excited. Yeah.
I mean, you're a genius for that affirmations, and then the scripts. Like, I love that. And you're so right on when you shared about, you know, how people are like, "Ooh, the tarots might be scary." Here's the thing. As human beings, we look for signs as confirmation. And that's essentially what tarot is. It is confirmation. And you're right, it is a mirror of what is going on in our subconscious. So they say projection is perception. Sometimes we don't want to admit things, but when it's right there, that is the confirmation. And as business owners, if we're saying yes to so many things, and this is why I'm so happy that you're going to be at the event, because I know that you're going to be able to connect with a lot of amazing women entrepreneurs that are going to need someone like you in their back pocket. But when we say yes to so many things, we can't say yes to the right things. And that reduces our productivity, which reduces our profitability. So I love your business so much. And I'm so glad that I connected with you.
Me too.
You're so adorable. So how would someone get in touch with you if they wanted a reading?
So I am on Instagram at gavi.rameli, or am I able to drop links in the chat here?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, try to do that. Let's see what happens there.
Okay. Hold on.
If not, just send it over to me and I can put it in the chat.
Okay.
It's because we're streaming live into like 7 different places, so it'll get somewhere.
Okay, let's see. So I'm gonna drop the link to my my free guide, and that has the information for my website. You can look me up, and then my website is linked to my Instagram. But my Instagram is just my name, gavi.rameli. So Yeah, and I'm excited, you guys. I'm excited to meet everybody and just have a really good time and just learn so much. And yeah, it's gonna be great. And I feel like we were like a fast friendship. It was so great.
They're like excited to hear from you, and it just I'm excited to hug you next week, and all the things to be able to connect with you, and introduce you to some of my favorite people, and yeah, I'm really excited for next week.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, sweetheart. I will see you next week.
Yes, sir.
And then everyone else, it looks like it's time to wrap up. So you have approximately 4 hours to get your pass and join us next week for the Aligned Businesswoman Circle. I mean, I don't know how much I can drill it into you that it is so valuable, everything that you're going to be getting. Plus, if you're getting the Align Pass or the Ascend Pass, how much more value you're going to get, not just at the event, but afterwards. And if you have a Zen Pass and you want to upgrade to the Align Pass or the Ascend Pass, just DM me and then I can invoice you for the difference, because again, you're going to want to be able to have that ongoing support. And if you are not an entrepreneur and you happen to watch this, please share this with someone. Please share the link there. It's vanessaandmiller.com/the circle. Because again, this has been a lifelong dream to be able to host something like this. And I'm just getting started, baby. So, all right. Thank you, everyone that has shown up. Love you guys. And I cannot wait to see your face next week at the Aligned Businesswoman